Welcome to Math Soul. In this video, we are going to solve quadratic equations. What is the general form of the quadratic equation? As you remember correctly that when we are doing the quadratic trinomials factorizing, I write down the general form of the quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is called quadratic expression. Okay, so when we are using just ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, that is known as quadratic equation. We have equation means we have equal sign in between, and then we have left side and right side. That's called equation. So we need to solve quadratic equation. What does it mean? It means we need to find out the value of x. It could be like the quadratic equation with the three terms. So we have the this is the called the quadratic terms, linear terms, and the constant. So when we have a, this b is for the linear term, or b is the like coefficient of x, and c is constant. So we can have quadratic like trinomials. Quadratic can be coming like a ax squared plus bx equal to 0, where c is 0. So it means, so without c. So quadratic, we can write down then quadratic without c. Okay, or you can say ax squared plus c equal to 0. So it means there is no b. So that's called quadratic without c, and this is called quadratic without b. B means there is no b, means there is no linear term, so bx is 0. But you can't say that quadratic without a. It's not possible, because if this a is 0, it's no longer quadratic, because a is 0 means x square is no more there. If there is no x square in this equation, it's not a quadratic equation anymore. So quadratic can be like a trinomials or could be binomials. So it could be all three component is there, or either the quadratic term with the linear term or quadratic term with the constant. So for example, if I say what is the example of general form of the quadratic, like all three is there, so I can use like, okay, x squared minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. So you say you have a, we have b, we have c, everything is there. How about the quadratic without c? We have lots of example like that. Without c is I can say x squared minus 5x equal to 0. So you can see we have x squared, so we have a, we have b, but there is no constant. How about the quadratic with constant but no b? It could be x squared minus 9 equal to 0. So you see, we have a, we have c, but we have no b. There is no x in there. So we can see always these three different types of quadratic. Always the quadratic trinomials, quadratic binomials. Okay. So either without b or without c. How to solve this equation? So if we start doing that first one, x squared minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. And if you remember correctly how to factorize it, we need to factor. So all about we need to do factorize this part, and then we are solving. So this is the first part. We already know how to factorize the quadratic. So we are again doing the same thing, x squared. We have to break it up. So it's like a minus x minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. So you can see minus 2x minus x minus 3x, and multiply of that is a plus 2x squared, so which is plus 2x squared. So it's multiplication of these two end part is the same of that multiplication of the two middle part. And now, so if you remember how we did the factorizing, now we can take that x common, which is x minus 1, 2 common, which is x minus 1 equal to 0. And if you do the factorizing again, x minus 1 equal to, oh sorry, x minus 1 is the common, x minus 2 equal to 0. So when you have this times this 0, if you say like, okay, a times b equal to 0. So in order to make this product 0, either a is 0 or b is 0. Then a 0 times b is 0 or a times 0 is 0. So any one of these should be 0. So it's the same thing here. There are two things in a product relation, or two terms in a product relation. So either this one 0 or this one 0. So we can say either x minus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0. Then you can say, okay, then x equal to 1 and then x equal to 2. You see that we are come up with the two solution because it's a quadratic, so we are expecting two solution. But there are some situations, then we will see that there could be zero solution, I mean the no solution, or there could be one solution, but the maximum the solution it could be 2 because it's a quadratic. You can't expect 3 solutions in there. So its maximum solution would be the 2. So that's how we need to do the quadratic solution. So what we are doing, actually we are doing the same way we did the factorizing. So first we need to do the factorizing, and then it's asking for solving. So we need to find that two factor, either this one is 0 or this one is 0, and then find out the value of x. That's called quadratic solution. So we have to find out the value of x. Let's start with doing other two types of quadratic, one with the quadratic without c and then quadratic without b. So we are trying to solve these two. Okay, now if it is a x square minus 5x, so we don't have any constant, just we have that we have only this part and this part, right? We have x square and we have x. We have linear term and the quadratic term. So again we have to do factorizing. And how to factorize? So any quadratic without constant, what you need to do is just need to take the common factor in between, and x is the common factor. Then we have x left minus 5 is equal to 0. And then again there are two things in a product relation, x times of this. So either x equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is the one solution. Then if you move that minus 5 to the other side, it will be x equal to plus 5. So this is the solution. So either x equal to 0 or x equal to 5. These are the two solutions. Now I am doing another type of quadratic. As I said, it could be only x square minus 9 equal to 0. So this is the quadratic with the quadratic terms, always should be there, but there is no linear term, no x, we have only the constant. And if you look at that, how to factorize, again we are thinking about the factorizing that part. How to factorize that? If you remember correctly, there is a one factorizing thing that I explained, factorizing difference of 2 square. So there we can create difference of 2 square, right? X square minus 3 square. So now we can just put as a factor, what is that factor? X plus 3 and then x minus 3. If you remember that a square minus b square equal to a plus b times a minus b. So it's a plus b, a minus b. In this case, a is x and b is 3. Okay, now we have the same thing, either x plus 3 equal to 0 or x minus 3 equal to 0. So this is just for getting the solution, we have to do this part only. And rest of the part is the same that we did for factorizing. So x equal to minus 3 or x equal to 3. So we have again two solutions for this quadratic. Okay, now I will give maybe again 3 questions for the students to answer. I am leaving 3 questions on 3 different types of quadratic trinomials and binomials without b and without c. Okay, the first question for students will be x square minus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. So do the solution for that. So we are doing the factorizing and solving it. And then question 2 for the students would be 2x square minus 20x. So we are using the quadratic terms and the linear terms. And the third question will be 25x square minus 49 equal to 0. And all these questions you will get 2 solutions, I mean the 2 value of x. So if you understand these 3 types of explanation, the quadratics that I solved, you should answer these questions. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos based on the quadratic solving, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.